All right, let's take a look at advanced selectors. We have a few different selectors we can work with. Actually, there's a ton of selectors in CSS, but we're going to be working with descendant selectors, child selectors, adjacent selectors, and general sibling selectors. So let's go ahead and create a bunch of boxes here. And I'm going to put this in a parent with an ID called parent. And let's just move that up. And let's create all these boxes. And let's style these boxes as well. So we have .box, and we're going to give this a height of 20 pixels and a border of 1 pixel solid blue. And that's just going to create a bunch of these stacked on top of each other. And this is what we see on our page. This is not the nicest thing ever, but this is a selector lesson. We don't need it to look good. We don't need it to do too much other than select what we currently want it to select. So what we could do is, as a general descendant selector, we just use a space. And we learned about this in CSS 101. So we could say parent, that's the parent ID, that's going to match this. And then all of the box children in here. And we do this with a space. And so when I save this, go back here, and I refresh, we're going to see that nothing changes. And that's expected. But all we're saying is, if there was a box outside of this, let's do this, box, this isn't a blue bordered box. We can see that this box, even if we right click and inspect, has the class of box, but it's not being styled. And so that's a descendant selector. Likewise, we can also do just child selectors. So instead of explicitly saying descendant selector, we could say child selector, use the greater than sign. So this is your parent, this is your child selector, and this is your child. And in fact, we can actually see that when we go here in VS Code, it uses the same symboling here. So we have div.box, that's our class and our element. And then we have that greater than sign that goes to our parent, and that's going to do the exact same thing as a descendant selector. And when I refresh, yeah, you see nothing changes. Now we can do this thing where we select adjacent selectors. So we can now say parent, and then I want to select all of the boxes plus more boxes. And we can say background color is equal to red. And so this one here is our adjacent selector. And it's just going to select elements that are, I guess, adjacent to it. And so it doesn't select that first one, but it selects the next one, and the next one, and the next one, and the next one, all the way down. And so that is an adjacent selector. It's not going to select the first one, it's going to select the next ones. And then we have this general sibling selector. So we can select everything in our parent, select our boxes, and then we have this tilde. And so on my keyboard, it's right beside the number 1 at the top left of my keyboard. It might be different depending on if you have an international keyboard, but a generic English keyboard is right beside the number 1, and it's this tilde. Well, I guess that's a tilde? I can't actually remember. It's a squiggly line anyways. And then we can say .box, and let's change the background color of this. Background color, no, not background attachment, background color to black. And this isn't going to work because I spelled parent. It's supposed to be parent. Save, refresh, and it selects all the similar ones. And the idea here is that in my inspect tool, in our developer tools, it's going to select that first one, and then it says, oh, actually, plus all the other ones down the road. So it's kind of two different ways of doing the same thing. Now, what I would like you to do is go ahead and give this a shot. One thing you're going to want to be careful of is I am selecting the parent, then the child box to style all of these with a blue element. You notice how this box down here is not being selected whatsoever. What I can also do is go ahead and get rid of parent. And when I refresh, you can see that my blue box, or my non-bordered box, now has a blue border, but it doesn't have any of the black background. Or if I comment this out, they're now red. So I'm just going to undo that. But one thing to be careful of is this thing called specificity. So if you're saying select the parent ID, and then select the child element here called box, and give it a height of 20 pixels and a border of 1 pixel solid blue, then your next selector to select these exact same boxes needs to be exactly this specific. Otherwise, watch this. And this is a crash course on specificity and how it can be a nightmare in CSS. So that background is now black, but if I go ahead and get rid of this, it's going to effectively ignore this because this is more specific. Refresh the page, it ignored the black background and it went with the specific one. So it matches. It's saying select the parent ID, then the box classes, parent ID, box classes. There's no parent ID, it's just saying any box with another box beside it. So go ahead, give this a shot, play around with this. Feel free to experiment with specificity as well. If you get a little bit lost with specificity, honestly, you don't need to know it right now. But if you're a keener and you really want to know about specificity, you can always go and Google that a little bit as well. That could be some additional supplementary homework if you're really feeling like you want to learn CSS at 150%.